If you are a small business owner and TikTok is part of your social media marketing strategy, then listen up. We are going to be talking today on the topic of why content creators must stop using hashtag FYP, hashtag ForYouPage, hashtag viral with their videos. So if this sounds like a topic you are interested in, do consider sticking around. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Janine. I'm a live video strategist, the founder of Boss It Live, and I help content creators and amazing business owners like you generate more leads and sales for your business with confidence using live video. So before I continue chomping on, I'll see you all coming in. Drop your comments. I'm just going to check on the old sound quality. Make sure that I'm coming in clear, like sonic boom, etc., etc. Let me just check on myself. Yes, I can see myself and hear myself okay. And I'm just going to check because you guys know you've got to have yourself a second device because sometimes things go wrong, right? If you're not someone who has monitors and all of that stuff, you need to have yourself a second device. So let me just say hello to the beautiful, wonderful Wendy Preston. Hello, chiming in from Ankara, Turkey. I appreciate you being here. 2 for 2, Wendy. Thank you very much. Hello, Nigel. Good to see you. Salad Cream Boys Wellbeing back in the building. Bish, bash, bosh, boom to you. Alrighty. So let me make sure that I rein it in because we've got to think about you awesome people on the replay. If you do come back on the replay, please do drop a comment. Let me know that you came by because ultimately, I want to know that you guys are here. So how have you all been? I hope you've had a phenomenal, fantastic week. Those of you that were here on Monday, I know I said we were going to talk Instagram, but I thought to myself, this is more important. This topic around hashtags on the old tickety talk is more important than me talking about Instagram slides, how you can, on your live stream, how you can add slides to your lives. Whilst that is good, we can talk about that another time because this stuff is important. So I decided to talk on today's topic because, you know, as a video coach, I do like to do my research as we do in our industry. I look at videos, etc. And there has been conversations on and off around hashtags. Should you use hashtags? Should you not? What hashtags should you be using? Should you not on TikTok? And the reason I wanted to talk about this now is because we all know that TikTok is vying for the top spot. They're going to war with our beautiful YouTube. Where we are right now, they're going to war because they want to be the #1 search engine. As more and more people are pouring onto TikTok and utilizing it to search for content that they like, products, services, etc., you name it, TikTok are really drilling down on that. And with that, it means that much like with our strategy for YouTube, we have to be really intentional with how we are optimizing our content because it's now about making sure our content is discoverable, is searchable, that if somebody is looking for our content, we're going to come up. And we need to be very, very, very laser focused on that specifically in all aspects. But let's talk about hashtags. So it's good to see you all here. Don't forget that to give this a thumbs up if you think this is great content, you're enjoying it. Please make sure that you do so because I just want YouTube to just show me to more people if I'm bringing good tea and you guys are enjoying it. People need to know about it. So you know I like to give you a visual. Here we go. Stop hammer time using hashtag FYP, hashtag ForYouPage. But let's make this interactive. I want to ask those of you that are here and those of you that come back on the replay, why it might not be a good idea at the time of this recording and going forward to use those specific hashtags. Now, when TikTok launched, it was all the rage to be using those hashtags FYP ForYouPage because everyone wanted to make sure that their content was being seen. And at that time, we know it was just so easy to grow on TikTok by using those hashtags. Well, as TikTok is evolving, that is no longer the case. And we know historically across the board with these different platforms, when it's something new or they have a new feature, they'll give us the reach because they want us to use it, test, get the data, etc. And then the reach continues to decline. So those old strategies are no longer working. So I'm going to share with you the reasons why those specific hashtags are no good anymore. And as I said, if you have any ideas around this topic, you want to put your thoughts in, your 2 cents in, please do. And if you have any questions as well for me, specifically about what I'm going to share and what I'm talking about, please do drop it into the comments. But it's so good to see you. And Wendy has dropped in to say too many people use FYP, too much competition and not specific audiences. I wonder if that's correct. Nigel has said YouTube keeps, and I'm going to actually just look on my second device because I know my eyes are going away from the camera. YouTube, calling you YouTube, Nigel. Nigel has said right there, YouTube keeps stressing that it's a library where I see TikTok more. As you scroll, then it's gone. I'm not sure I've ever searched for video on TikTok. Is this how you use it as a viewer? More people are using it for search. And what happens is, thank you for your question. What actually happens is that even if you don't follow somebody, but you start watching their content. So for example, somebody comes up, pops up on your FYP, and you watch it for a period of time. There'll be, for example, it will say interested or not interested. You have an option to click it. If you watch that video in full, or you watch it, it loops around, that disappears. If you interact with that content, engage with it in any way, shape, or form, you don't have to be following that person to pop up for them to pop up and be shown again to you. So it's very interesting. I mean, I am still myself learning the platform as well, but I'm seeing all the things that's happening with TikTok. But it's definitely imperative that we are more strategic and more laser focused with our strategy over there, because a lot of people have still kind of dogged TikTok a little bit, like, nah, ain't bother with the old TikTok. I was like that. I was one of those people. I have to hold my hand up and say, I was like, no, I'm a serious business owner. I'm not going to TikTok. What am I going over there for? I'm not dancing. That's for kids. I had to, tail between my legs and say, oh, actually, no, that's not the case, because I jumped onto TikTok in March, as most of you will know that have been following the series around TikTok. So definitely check out that playlist. I'll link it below. But I saw that my idol clients was able to grow, got to 1,000 followers in 60 days, monetized quickly pretty soon after that. And it's demonstrating that my idol clients are there. I'm running a 5-day live video challenge, the Go Live in 5 challenge, which I will be telling you more about a little bit later on today. But a lot of my signups for that challenge have come via TikTok. So essentially what I'm saying is that your idol clients are there. It's definitely a platform. It's a place to play to try and connect with your people. But we need to stop doing the following things. We need to stop using FYP, ForYouPage, and I'm going to tell you why. So the first thing is, using FYP or hashtag ForYouPage will not help you to go viral. So we know traditionally that TikTok has been associated with viral content. You're able to grow really, really fast on the platform. You post, you put those particular hashtags, you're going to see volume boom, lots of people. It's not like that anymore. Yes, you are able to grow faster on TikTok than other platforms, but it has slowed down immensely. Welcome everyone that's coming in. Oh, do I see it's Kashini is here? Hello, Kashini. Thank you very much for being here. It's good to see you good. So things are changing. So if you want to grow on TikTok, you're an early adapter, right? You still can, but you definitely have to make sure that you're putting certain things in place so that you're not basically diluting your message and your content. Is this making sense? Let me know in the comments if you're picking up what I'm putting down. So you can't use it to go viral. You're not going to go viral with it anymore. What's next? So FYP and ForYouPage hashtags have billions of views. So I was talking about this on Facebook. If a hashtag, well, let me backtrack. We know hashtag strategy is all about making sure that you're able to be discovered through that hashtag. FYP and ForYouPage has billions upon billions of views, videos upon it, which means that as soon as you upon it, that's very formal. There are so many videos that have that or those hashtags connected to it. So as soon as you utilize that hashtag, what then, or hashtags, plural, what then happens is that your content is going to sink to the bottom. Your content is going to be so difficult for your content to be visible and to be shown. And you don't want to do that. If you're creating epic content and you're taking the time to research and do all of the things, edit your videos, maybe using different tools, whatever it might be, and then you post it using those hashtags thinking that's going to be the answer, you're doing yourself a disservice. Keep your questions coming and your comments coming. Thank you so much. I'm going to get to them. So why do we want to, and why should we be thinking that it's a good idea as business owners to utilize hashtags whereby our content essentially is not going to be seen? And I hope that this is making sense. Let me move on to the next point and then I'll come to your comments. Those hashtags will affect TikTok's ability to categorize your content. So those of you that are here on YouTube, we know the importance of SEO and optimization. I'm just going to bring that up again whilst my internet catches up. We know that it's really important to optimize our content. It's no different on this specific platform. We don't want it to be a case whereby TikTok doesn't know how to categorize our content, because if TikTok is not able to do so, what will happen is that it will just send our content, or the algorithm will just send our content out to everybody because it doesn't know who our content is for. Does this make sense? And I can see, oh, hello, Susan. Thank you very much for being here as well. It is good to see you, Susan. You were here on Monday and you're back again. And thank you so much for welcoming everybody. That's awesome sauce. So we don't want our content to go out to everybody. We want our content to go out to the right audiences. So essentially, we've got to be more strategic in thinking about how and where we want our content to place. I said this on Facebook earlier. We can't be complacent with our content if we are using it to strategically market our business, our products and services. And I know most of you that are here are small business owners trying to grow your platforms. Some of you might be saying, well, I'm just a content creator. I want you to remember that your mindset needs to be different to the mindset of, for example, traditional influencers on TikTok, because they are more focused on going viral, getting views, because that's the culture. But if you are thinking about creating content, niche specific content to reach a specific audience, then you've got to remove all of the old strategies or the things that essentially are going to hinder and not help you with your growth. So that's the next thing. Let's move on. Your content will be sent to everyone. Views are unlikely to convert to followers. So TikTok is not able to categorize your content, which I've said, which means then it's then going to go out to just everybody, which essentially means that if it's going out to everybody, it's going to go out to an audience that essentially may respond to your content, depending on whether you're doing trends, whether you're doing, direct to camera, you're using, trending audios, whatever it might be, music, etc. But the likelihood is that those audiences are responding to your content, not specifically because of your message, but because that piece of content has entertained them in some way. So they may watch it, they may even engage with it. But when you're thinking about your unique specific message, they are unlikely to click to follow you and then take action on your content going forward. Does that make sense? So even if they do follow you, even if they say, oh my gosh, I really love this content, I love this creator, subconsciously they're just, oh yeah, thumb in it and all the rest of it. Does that necessarily mean if they're going to follow you, that that's the following that you're going to want? Because are they going to respond to your future content? And remember, that everything is performance based. We know this with YouTube. It's all about, looking at watch time, audience retention, all of these different things. TikTok have their own system to look at the value, for lack of a better way of putting it, but whether or not our pieces of content are relevant to the audience. If the audience are not responding via the correct engagement markers, it's just not going to be helpful. So again, if you're thinking about growth, if you're thinking about connecting with your ideal client group or the audience that you want to connect with, you're thinking about growing your account to be able to go live, to then be able to share your products and services for conversions, you've really got to drill down on this. The next thing is FYP or For You page won't help your content to be shown to the right audiences. So you can see that I'm kind of, every single point that I'm making is leading on to the next one. It's not going to be shown to the right audiences. I always talk about good content versus right content. Yes, viewers are people, audiences, followers are human people. Human beings, hopefully good, amazing people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that those individuals are the right audience for you. Does that make sense? Please do let me know. So I just want you to think about this. I just want you to mull this over for a moment around the audiences, and I want you to think about being focused on that. So I'm going to just put this on the screen for a moment whilst the internet catches up. So here we are, my friends. I want you to stop using FYP on TikTok. And the reason I want you to stop using it is for the reasons that I've given. The reason why it's for the reasons I've given. I've given you 5 solid reasons as to why now is the time to really think about your strategy. So we have to have a conclusion, right? It can't be that I tell you, don't do this because this is the reason why. It's great, but I want to give you a conclusion to this. So what is that conclusion? So if you are utilizing hashtags, here are some of the things that I want you to think about, some of the things that I want you to do. So number 1, use niche specific hashtags only. I know that might feel a little bit daunting, like, oh, do I really want to do that? And I don't want to drill down, but it's really important that we do that. We get specific. So use niche specific hashtags. Next thing is use a small number of hashtags. Small number of hashtags, 3 to 5 only. Some creators say only use 3, but I would suggest that you try it with 3 to 5. I use 5. I use a standard block that I use, and then I kind of look at how my content is responding and then mix it up and switch it up, which is the next point, mixing your popular hashtags with smaller hashtags. So within your niche, use the bigger hashtags with smaller ones. You don't want to just go all small or go small or wide. You want to have a balance and a mix of the two. The next thing is you want to test the performance and make changes accordingly. Now, that's something that we all know as standard being on YouTube. When we're looking at our analytics, etc., we're constantly testing our thumbnails, titles, etc. So I just want you to think about that when it comes to TikTok as well. All right, let me have a look and see what your comments are. Do we have any questions? Do let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm actually looking at my second device and I keep getting notifications that, oh, blimey, we're on the old struggle bus to London Bridge with the old connection. I have to speak to my service provider every single time. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Jeannie said, and I'm going to use my second device, so I'm looking at you. I tend to use a lot of hashtags. If I plan to use them, now I just don't use them. Not sure if it's the right way. I'm not 100% sure what you mean. I tend to use lots of hashtags if I plan to use them. So now I just don't use them. Oh, right. So you're saying you don't use hashtags at all now. I would test. I would look at your analytics because, again, some people are saying that as well. Don't use any hashtags. But remember, we're talking from the viewpoint of making sure that we're helping TikTok to understand how to categorize our content. And it's not just based on TikTok, on hashtags. Welcome everyone that's coming in. Please do give this a thumbs up if this is a good topic that you're enjoying. Please do share this with someone who might find it beneficial. And don't forget to drop a comment if you are live or if you are on the replay. So there's lots of different things that we need to do to make sure that TikTok are able to rank our content. And if you want me to do a video about that, drop it into the comments, live or replay, and let me know. And then I'll do a run through of the different things that are required right now at the time of this recording to help optimize your content. So let's have a look here. Wendy has said, yes, create good content for the right people. Absolutely, 100%. And Kashini says, I saw that it is better with no hashtags from the analytics. So yeah, I'll keep experimenting. Absolutely. 100%. I want you to do that. Let's have a look and see. Thank you very much as well for saying that, Kashini. I appreciate it. Do we have any questions here? I'm having a look to see if I have any questions. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm scrolling up. And yeah, no, it's very interesting what TikTok are actually doing at the moment. Let's have a look. Oh, Nigel's got another big one for me. Nigel, I have to have a look at this. I have to look on my phone, Nigel. Nigel said, would you say that hashtags are as important on TikTok as they are on YouTube Shorts? I'm assuming they both have a version of a recommendation system algorithm. At the time of this recording, I will say to you this, Nigel. I'm a little bit more well-versed on the old TikTok than I am on the old Shorts. I'm actually still working out Shorts. And as I said to you guys on Monday's video or live stream, that I did an experiment with Shorts, and I'm going to talk about that. Still figuring it out. But obviously they have their own, like you said, they will have their own system, recommendation system. Don't know how, obviously they're going to work a little bit differently. But essentially for both platforms, we've got to try and test and see what works and what people are responding to. I think with YouTube Shorts, it's very, very difficult. It's very difficult to kind of, there's no synergy. Let me know your thoughts as well. We'll talk about this. I don't want to derail the content, but there's really not any synergy with the content. For me, I'm posting my messaging, everything. Optimization is exactly the same with Shorts, and the video, it's very difficult to see. I'm noticing a pattern with my content, but as I said, I'll talk about that another time. But I think that with TikTok, it's easier to be able to see with regards to your content, because there tends to be consistency with some videos that perform much better, but there still tends to be a lot more consistency. Shorts are very confusing. Very confusing to me. Nigel says, nah, potluck on Shorts. Absolutely, 100%. Let's have a look here. And Wendy has said, yes, please, how to optimize content. Okay, awesome source, awesome. So essentially what I'm saying to you is don't forget to focus on the points that I mentioned here when it comes to hashtags specifically. Take a look at this, make a note of it, screenshot it, whatever. But I want you to just think about it. And if you have any more questions for me around TikTok in terms of anything you'd like to see me cover, please make sure that you drop it into the comments, live or replay. And if there are those of you that are here on the live, please come back once this is up and drop a comment, because live comments to replay comments is all a bit different, as you know. So before I actually wrap up today's session, and again, let me know if there are more questions. Hello, Mac Reviews. Thank you very much for being here. Of course, you can ask questions. Definitely 100%. Please drop your question. Whilst you're actually doing that, I'm going to take the opportunity to remind you that the doors are open for my 5-day live video challenge. Go live in 5, how to confidently launch with ease using live video. This is a free challenge which starts on the 14th of November, and it's open to all. The information is pinned and linked there. It's also in the description. I would say to you that, you know, live video, as we know, is here to stay. We're here live on YouTube. I'm sure you follow a number of creators who do live streaming very well. We're seeing the rise of Amazon Live, TikTok shopping. There's so much going on with regards to live video. And there is still a window of time to become a front runner, because a lot of people still don't know and we're talking on a general scale, let's not just talk about the greats of YouTube that live stream, and myself included. Yes, I said it. But we have to just think about it as a small business owner. There's lots of noise, lots of things happening. How do we cut through to be a front runner within our industry? This challenge is going to help you to do just that. So please take the opportunity to sign up for the challenge. And you can do so via the link here. Doing it backward. Go to bit.ly/GL5 challenge. As I said, it's 100% free, and I would love to see you on the actual challenge. So, Mac Reviews, if you have your question, please do drop it. If anybody else has a question for me, I'm happy to answer the question on the stream. Oh, it's a big one. Let me see if I can get to it. Thank you, Susan. It's about lives on TikTok, not hashtags. How can you monetize lives on TikTok? I know people can give you money and gifts during them, but someone told me you can get money from likes too. Now, what I would say to you is that I don't utilize the monetization tools on TikTok. I am focused on promoting my products and services specifically, and not to dilute my reach. There's lots of conversations around in terms of TikTok, when you sign up for the different programs, how it affects your reach, etc. And I think that it depends what side of the coin you're coming from. If you're coming from the side of the coin where you, for example, you're a content creator, you're not a business owner, you're just creating on TikTok, you want to build a community, have fun, and get that community to build relationship with you and then support you, then by all means, maybe you want to explore that. But if you're a small business owner, I would not advise going through that. I think it's really important that we focus on our products, our services, and how we promote them. And of course, we need to have a strategy to do that. And live video will help you, which is why I'm encouraging you to sign up for the actual challenge. It's going to help you get set up and get started. But it really does depend what side of the coin you are coming from with that. And I hope that that makes sense. Do we have any more questions? Thank you. That was a good question. And that's something that I may do a short on, or I may do a kind of a short form piece of content on. So essentially, I think we are good to go. But what I want to say to you is that there are so many, my friends, there are so many things that are coming out. There are so many updates. So it's really important that you stay up to date. Again, I want to remind you that you can make money with a small audience no matter what platform, as long as you are being very, very specific in understanding, obviously, and knowing the platform, and knowing that your ideal clients are there. Your ideal clients are definitely 100% on TikTok. There is no doubt about that at all. But there are some essential updates that I know that are going to be beneficial to you. So please take the time to click on the video that comes up there, which is TikTok updates you need to know about. And I will see you, beautiful people, back here, same time next week, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. UK time. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, Ketchy. I've seen you. Bye.